Kronk.
Is this thing on?
So well timed.
Hi, kids.
Hi, so well. Oh, people
Hi.
were waiting for us.
Oh,
Jesus!
thank you.
Hello,
Mwah,
we're
mwah.
here.
Hello.
We were a minute late. Heaven forbid. So sorry. We're here. The three of us are here. As you can tell, it's Christmas time. The panel dwindles to a bare minimum. It's Christmas time. Everyone's so busy. It's like,
It's
I
the
got
three
shit to do.
wise men. So
Yeah.
we're here
Yeah.
to
We're
bring the
super
gifts.
wise. I brought the Frankenstein.
I'll bring the myrrh.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other one is.
It's gold. That's all that's left.
Gold. Oh. I don't.
After all this talk about religion and church on our Christmas special, we don't know shit.
Yeah.
We got no fucking idea about what the three wise men bought.
I
Worse.
do. I was taught by nuns.
Oh, you got a
Oh my
beaten into
God.
you. I had a beaten into.
Well,
How have we all recovered from our little Christmas chat? I thought it was fun.
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I do have a question, and I did post it on the page.
Oh yeah.
What parents do you think are letting their children watch uncensored radio Christmas show?
Oh, well, you
God, I
never
don't
know.
Somebody.
We are free range, you know. We're free range out there. You never know. Hi, Celtic Dragon Paranormal.
Hi.
Yeah. You never know. I just have to put it. I just didn't want to be the one, you know, to ruin life for a little person. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I watched a show on the internet, and then like and it'd be some senator's child, and then we'd go viral and something, you know, like when random stuff happens to the show, and it's just like, oh yeah, cool, that's right. We forget that this is a platform, and we talk on it, and then things happen, and we have to answer. But you know, we always answer well. We
To the best of our ability.
We ride the wave, bitches.
That's
That's
what we
how
do.
we go. Christina, my love, how have you been in the short days since we have spoken?
I mean, are you when? Oh shit, Monday, right? I'm
Right.
good. You know, I mean, hanging in. I have to get ready because I'm going to the state tomorrow.
Yes.
So I get to see Luke and Jeffrey, obviously. And I think I actually get to meet
Vera.
Buffy for the first
And
time.
me.
So and Vera.
Oh, God.
And I think I get to meet Buffy for the first time, so I'm very excited.
Oh, that's an experience in itself.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, I feel bad because I'm like leaving my kid home, and then like there's so many things happening this weekend. There's like my town's fire, like the firehouse is around the corner. They come around and do like the whole Santa thing, and that's happening Saturday. And tomorrow there's like this holiday raffle thing at my kid's school. And then I volunteered, but totally forgot that I volunteered to lay wreaths at the Veterans Memorial Cemetery Saturday. So I was like, I told the girl, I was like, listen, my husband's gonna come with my daughter instead, like in my place. So she was like, yeah, no problem.
Not the veterans, Christina.
Like, oh my God, like I feel like such a piece of shit, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna have fun. So
I did forget to press go live on Instagram, but we're live now.
Oh, come on.
Oh no!
That's all right. There's people joining us now. It's okay. It's all good. We are good. I just forgot. What about the lovely V? What have you been up to in the short days since we have last spoken?
I had a wicked cough and cold. I think I talked about it last show.
Wicked.
My shoulders getting much better after my fall. What else?
Good.
Yeah. That's about it. 2 idiot lights came on in my brand new car this week. I got to get it looked at on Monday.
What
already?
Lights?
Coolant and tire pressure.
So the tire pressure is probably because of the temperature.
That's what the guy said.
Yeah.
Maybe the coolant's because everything's so fucking cold.
Well, maybe the
it's really
coolant's
cold.
not rated for as cold as it's been. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's a very Australian tradition. In the CFA, the firefighters drive around. They throw bags of candy at people.
Yeah, they throw candy canes out on the lawns. It's really cute. And
See,
they like, I'm telling you, they're around the corner. So like they come by, like it's this whole
so you
big
get the
thing. Like,
best candy. You're like,
I feel
yeah.
like such a
Yeah.
piece of shit that I'm not gonna be here. Like that's my favorite thing. Like I remember that when I was a kid that we did that. Like
It's like we're doing it.
so I really
We're
am just like the
doing it.
biggest turd mom, like leaving 2 weeks before
Oh, look.
Christmas. Just be like,
Fine.
bye.
Hey, it's not Christmas Day.
36
You're
hours.
fine.
You're gonna
Exactly.
be gone.
I
Yeah.
know, right? Like I'm really
It's like
not gonna be gone
36
that long.
hours. You're not gonna be gone that long.
I'm coming
you,
home Sunday afternoon, so like
Are you
because
under
I have to be
instruction to
doing the
bring
big
home some
Milata.
sandwiches? Are you bringing?
I probably might. I don't know. I
You
have to go
stop
to
off.
Wegmans. I have to go to Wegmans to get sausage.
There we
That's
go.
like the one thing I was told to get the sausage, so I have to bring that home. But the
There we
Wegmans
go.
by me is actually opening February 26th here. So
Oh,
we
you
are
don't
like,
have
I
to
mean,
drive
the
to
entire town is like terribly excited. It's disgusting how excited we are. Like,
If a
And you can
Wegmans
tell
opened
everybody
here,
how
I
many
would be
times you've
excited.
been to Wegmans.
I know, like I've already been there. Like I almost want to make a TikTok of me walking around like I'm
You
here
should.
already. Like
I was going to
I
make
will.
one of it because I took Anne and Renata as well, and they were a bit overwhelmed by everything. It's just like,
Oh, it
When
is.
I
It's
was
so
at
overwhelming.
SU, that used to be like a really big thing. It's like the freshmen would bring their parents to Wegmans
to
from
Wegmans.
downstate. It's like, oh, you got to see Wegmans. You're gonna love Wegmans, and they'd all
Yeah.
go to Wegmans. You'd find like half the freshman class and their parents there on Parents Weekend, just walking around going, oh, look.
Well, when I was
Yeah.
there at Christmas last year, Jeffrey and Kelly took me to the big one, the big
Oh,
Wegmans.
the big one.
There's a big Wegmans?
There's bigger, much bigger. Ours is actually a small Wegmans.
That's a small.
We're
That's
like-
a baby
we're a
Wegmans.
C.
It's like
They-
4
they-
times the size,
A,
Christina.
B,
It's
and
crazy.
C. We are a C.
What
The big
in
one-
New York?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
upstate here where we
It's about.
How much further away is it?
I think it's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Right.
Which Wegmans did you go to?
It was a big one. I don't know.
It was like 5 minutes away.
No, the one ours is just like 5 minutes away. But
Yeah,
the big
yours is
Wegmans
5
minutes
is
away.
like
like
there's
20
a big
minutes,
Wegmans
half
in
an hour.
Fairmont.
Yeah,
There's a big
maybe.
Wegmans in Geneva.
I don't know.
Wow.
We
Big
went to
Wegmans.
we went to Olive Garden, if that helps.
Oh, so you were in Syracuse.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, whatever.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah,
It was
that's where
the whole
Olive
food.
Garden is.
Like, there's a food court. There's a
Yeah,
there's a
there's
there's
a
a
food
place
That's what
that
court.
just
mine's gonna have.
there's a place that just has wings. Like, that's all they do.
Mhm.
It's just
Oh my God.
wings. I know.
Mine's gonna have a food court too. Like I'm telling, like they had like a whole tour on the news. Like fucking
Wegmans
excited.
Oh,
is a Central New
It's
York
Weg.
grocery store
Yep.
that's amazing. It's really amazing. They have a deli where they bake their own breads and make their own sandwiches.
The
They have
breads.
hot dogs.
Crazy.
It's just it's the supermarket of supermarkets. It's amazing.
and
there
like,
It's like a
Wegmans.
supermarket restaurant. Like
Anything you could
everything
want.
included.
Yeah.
anything you could want. It's
There
just
are
like, I
Wegmans
feel like
Closer
this.
to Rochester, which is their home base, that have like dry cleaning services. They all have pharmacies now. I mean,
Forget about it.
yeah, they have.
Yeah, they have like
Actual
clothes
butchers.
and like goodies that you can get, like little like souvenirs. It's it was like a souvenir shop too. Like it was
Yeah.
so cute. Like,
It's
So many
amazing. It's a
things.
revelation, and Australia needs to get on the Wegmans train because
I mean, really though.
I would live.
Just in the last couple of years, expanded out of New York State.
Can we,
one
look,
of
we're
the
going to
first-
be officially sponsored by Wegmans.
I know, right? They have.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Yeah, imagine.
They have stores in Pennsylvania. They have stores in. They're like one of the official stores for QVC. If you watch
Yeah,
QVC
that
at
would
all,
make sense.
they've got all sorts of Wegmans brands when they're cooking and doing demos and stuff. It's Wegmans brand.
It's
They're
actually
in
funny
Maryland. They're in Massachusetts, and now they're
Like, the
expanding
lo-
into Long Island.
Yeah. The location though is weird because it's literally right next to a Costco. Like
Oh, it shits
Costco's
all over
here in one
Costco.
parking lot, and then Wegmans is right here. I mean, I know I completely understand it's two different stores, but like
I think
I just
that's
feel
good.
like
though.
that's a lot of.
If you need your
like,
bulk- if you need your bulk shit, you just go next door.
Yeah, you go next door exactly. Like if you need your extra little shit, I don't have to go
Yeah.
all the way to shop right now. Like now I can
Right.
just go to Wegmans.
Right.
Like I'm excited about that. Like I'm so excited.
We expect a live stream the day it opens. We expect a live stream.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, forget it. Yes, I will like be there. I want to
I
like
mean,
take the day off. Like
you can
I
officially
have no
take
idea.
over. You can officially take over Bitch on the Move for a day from Kat.
Yes. Oh my
Kat
God, that'd be
Bell's
so much
secret
fun.
Bitch on the Move. You could be Bitch on the Move at Wegmans.
That'd
Yeah.
be so much fun. Especially
So,
because I should take the day off now that I know that it is like what day it is. Like I could because God only knows what they're gonna give away for like the first 500 customers. You never like know with these supermarkets around here like what they would do. I have to like sign up with my card. Like I want to do all those things
she's doing it. She wants to be a freedom
on the
flyer
day.
there and all that shit.
How old
She
am
wants-
I? Like
I
I'm
know.
excited about a grocery store.
This
What the
is
fuck?
and so this show is now turned into a grocery store show as well. Oh,
I hope that. Hey, Wagner.
we are getting old. It's okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
I'm sorry. Wegmans was a thing when I was 18 years old and a freshman at Syracuse.
It blew my
Yeah.
mind the first time I went there, and it hasn't let me down since.
Oh no.
Love it. Every time I
It
come
never
over,
will.
I'm
It
Never.
never
going.
will. Wagons will always be there for you.
There we go. Your
actually-
new slogan.
I actually met Danny Wegmans once.
Ooh.
Oh fuck! Really?
My college roommate, her boyfriend was a night manager at the Wegmans near SU campus. And he was going to the Christmas party, and Kelly's like, I don't want to go. And he said, do you want to go with me, Vera? And I went, sure. And
Yeah.
Danny Wegmans was there.
Danny.
Oh shit!
Hey,
Yeah.
Danny, you're single? I want to be a Wegmans heiress.
Right? I want to know. I want to find out.
I want to be Mrs.
It's funny. Tim
Wegmans.
applied to work at the Wegmans
Really?
over here, and they
Yeah.
told him that he was overqualified.
Aw.
Aw,
He's
it's
he,
a great place to work.
he may be heterosexual, but he's handled too much meat. That's our Tim.
Yes,
That's our
100%.
People I know that I used to date a guy who worked in the meat department, and the bonuses he would get were crazy. And this girl I went
Really?
to high school with, she worked in the cheese department,
Ooh.
and she like would get all these bonuses like 3 times a year. They'd give her a bonus for like a pretty display or an effective sale. And she
Oh my God, I have to
bonuses right
apply.
and left. Yeah,
I know everyone's gonna work there. We're gonna it's
Yeah.
a family
Yeah.
business.
they are non-union,
God.
but they take care of their employees.
I don't
Sounds
care.
like
I
it.
don't have to be union. I just want to work part time on the weekends, like just make some extra cash.
You know,
I'm a night bird anyway. Like I'll stay
Yeah.
up till midnight. I don't give a fuck.
she'll
I'll
do-
work
she'll-
overnight crew.
Christina will be night filling. She'll be packing that shit.
They
so that
have
you
a
know.
Yeah, I'll
reputation
fill
for
shelves.
treating their employees well.
Oh man, I'm ready. Sign me up.
No, not Wagamama. That's different. Hospital Wi-Fi. Oh no, Dogsy.
What are
we
you
hope
Oh,
you're
doing?
no,
okay.
in the
Or dog?
hospital.
Oh,
Oh
God.
Jesus.
Not Dogsy. Well, we hope that we
Whatever
brighten
it
your
is.
Broke his
day.
penis
You're
again.
covered.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
I hate when you break your
Again?
penis.
That
It's
dirty
so hard.
dog.
You dirty dogs. We've got something for the dirty dogs right here. Here we go. Let's have a look at this week.
Hot load of hot topics.
For all the dirty dogs out there. We like to shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. So, surprise, but kind of not really. News this week. Oh, who doesn't turn their phone down? So rude. That was
Was
me.
it you?
That was totally me.
Oh yeah, my phone's right there.
That was
Always on
totally me.
silent.
I don't ever have my ringer on, so it had to be you.
Yeah.
I don't ever either, so I don't know what that's about. But that's cute. We love it. We like that for that. Yeah, a little bit of surprise, but not really news, as I said. Jay
Oh
Z
God.
has been. Oh, how do we say this without? Oh, all right. Where's the banner? Hold on.
Allegedly.
Let's
He
do
has been
this.
accused.
He has been accused. Thank
He
you.
has been
Yeah.
accused.
We will put up the banner because we know some people like to get litigious. Has been
Because they
accused
can
of
sue
being.
us all for our phones.
Oh, they could sue us all for my ringtone. You know.
Yeah, really.
Has been accused of a very heinous act involving a minor and P. Diddy. Tied
He
into that
continues
whole
to maintain
drama.
his innocence.
He does. He does. Yeah. I have feelings.
Yeah.
And Look, as I put as a hashtag, is Jaguar right? Because she said, as much as people want to call Jaguar right, this kind of crazy conspiracy theorist,
I think she's
that was the
amazing.
next. That was the next name that came out. She said, "Who's going to be next?" She said, "Jay-Z."
Yep.
She wasn't wrong. She hasn't been wrong twice, so this is a third
She
time.
knows
And,
what she's talking about.
Yeah,
I've always
she's
had a question mark about Jay-Z since he had that horrible fight with Beyonce's sister in the elevator.
she kicked
Yes.
his ass.
She
That's been
did.
doing
Ever
the
since
round
then.
again. You don't fuck
Mhm.
with Solange, she will just go you.
Yep.
It's all over.
Yeah.
Have you also
So,
just
you
standing there
know.
like a Stepford wife?
Yeah.
That was
But he was at
intense.
the
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Mufasa premiere with his
Yeah.
family.
I know. I love the stuff on social media. It's like there's a photo of Beyonce looking at him going, "I told you to stay at home."
I wish you weren't here.
I refuse to believe that Blue Ivy child is 12.
Well,
She looks a
when
lot
you look at
older.
Don't-
Blue Ivy, she's beautiful.
She's apparently the movie's horrible though, so
She's
who
a good
knew?
mix of the two of them, I think, for
She
sure.
is. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she doesn't look
She
12.
does.
She looked
She
like
does look
16.
mature, but
Yeah.
she also
I
grew
think
up
she
with
looks like that-
privilege.
Yeah.
You know, she's had facials since she was 5. She's had professional styling and professional hair and professional makeup. You know,
I think
Your
she looks
average
so much
12-year-old.
like her dad that like that's what makes her look like so much older than she is because she looks
Yeah.
kind of boyish, but like a very pretty boy. I don't know. I don't know how to say it without sounding
Yeah.
mean, but I
No,
don't want to
no, it's
sound
just
mean.
her features are
like-
definitely more reminiscent of her dad than her mother.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, genetics won
Definitely.
over in that one. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think we could ever question that that's Jay-Z's child. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Right.
Um,
So he has made an official statement on the Rock Nation social media. That's really hard to read. I thought it was going to be easier, but hold on. I will read it
My
for
word.
you. I will read it for
Word.
you.
please do.
So,
Some of
my
us are
lawyer
old.
received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a quote-unquote lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud that you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. That's not even the word, the saying, but okay, whatever. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? I think we can all agree on that. These alleged victims, that's a bit harsh as well. That made me go, ooh. These alleged victims would also deserve real justice if that were the case. This
Yeah,
lawyer, who I
alleged
have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. I have no idea how you've come to be such a deplorable man, Mr. Busby, but I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor, and you have neither honor nor dignity. Here we go.
Shit.
My only
Wow.
heartbreak is for my
Calling him
family.
out.
Yep. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such things at their young age. It's unfair to have to try and understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and the human spirit. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world, ouch, who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You've made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. Sorry, quote unquote celebrities are the same. I am not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes of honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for the personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, Fake physics? Yeah.
Don't know.
Fake physics will believe the idiotic claims you have leveled against me, if not for the seriousness of surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. Okay, that's a really awkward sentence. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Nothing like a threatening letter to get you off,
Right.
you know, allegations of being a fucking predator.
Yeah.
What?
His
Anyway.
daughter, Blue, is just a year or two younger than the alleged victim.
Right? It's just
Yeah.
like,
Creepy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
was with it, and then the whole alleged victims thing. I don't think it's his place to even. It's not his place to question a victim, right?
Well, I think that's a defendant term that would come up.
I
again and
know, but
again.
still, I just maybe wouldn't have mentioned them at all, because the whole thing with Beyond is the abuse of power, and he's
Mhm.
now kind
Well-
of showing his true colors a little bit by threatening people.
with
Maybe.
with that kind of, with an older adult, there's always that power dynamic. An
Yeah,
adult
I don't know.
child.
I just think
the
some
power
people might need
dynamic
to
is part of
run
the-
it through the PR machine one more time, just so it doesn't come off menacing. A little bit.
I also thought it came off vain.
Yeah, I am a different type of celebrity. Are you though? Because your wife's
you don't know,
wife's the better musician.
Yeah, and I don't like how cocky and arrogant he is, and it just
yeah,
Yeah,
those are
like,
the words.
it's because he has money that he can talk like this
Right.
and act this way, and he's threatening, quote unquote, this guy because it's like, okay, well, you said this, all right, well, I'm gonna say this. Because you know what? Diddy did this and covered it up for how motherfucking long. So what do you think Jay-Z is capable of covering up to?
But
You
also
know,
notice
think
that
about
he doesn't mention the allegations
That he didn't do anything.
Yeah. Or the
Yeah.
association with Diddy, or like he just says which is smart, I guess. But I would, if it was really a PR kind of moment, it would be you would be distancing yourself from Diddy, right? That's
Yeah.
PR
Well,
101.
can he really distance himself from Diddy? They were
He
tight
can
for a
say that
long
he doesn't.
time.
He can say that he would never support activities like
Yeah, he could have said that.
Like
he
that.
could.
Yeah.
That I feel like something
But, I
like
mean,
that is missing.
They were at every party. How could he not? How could he deny
I
that?
know. Exactly.
There's
It's just-
blanket evidence
Mhm.
of that on every social media page everywhere. So it's just, I
And
mean,
not even
who's
just
at the
social.
Diddy party? This one,
There's
you know.
physical. If you think about it, there's physical media too. This was in the age of like tabloid
Yeah.
magazines were a thing.
Well, isn't
remember?
there
Right.
surveillance film of all these
Yeah,
parties?
Yeah,
Well,
and
this is
all the other
crazy.
people that were there, everybody was there. Everybody.
Mhm. Yeah.
And they were always there. So it's, again, there's no backing out of this, man. Like, whether it's true or not, you are guilty of something. There's something you're guilty of. Like, and again, you're coming to your defense in this way. You're not saying no, right? He didn't, like you
Right.
said, he's not being specific, but you're just being specific enough to be like, don't say anything else. But
And vaguely,
Well,
and
Cat
vaguely
Williams-
menacing.
Cat
Like,
Williams famously said in an interview that, well, maybe it's just famous to me. I thought it was famous. Anyway, Cat Williams said that there was like a cutoff point, that everybody knew
Yeah.
if you weren't part of
What
the
time to leave.
shenanigans, you had to be out by 11,
Yeah.
or midnight. So, I mean, just being present
yeah,
at the party,
there's a lot of
there's no
people that
record
are
when you left,
implicit, complicit,
but he
implicit,
never
all the
addressed
things.
Right.
that. He just was menacing and cocky, like you
Menacing.
said.
Like that's the
Yeah.
that's the thing that I took away from that. For a statement that is supposed to exonerate and distance, right?
Right.
It comes
Yeah.
off as menacing.
Mhm.
That's what I gathered from it.
And arrogant.
Yeah, like you're threatening. You sound like you're like, again, like you're the big man. Like, come on, like,
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah,
Come here,
okay.
bro.
you're pounding your
weird
chest.
flex. weird flex.
Yeah.
Like very
Yeah.
strange flex. But there are lots of strange flexes that are going on. I don't know if you guys read this story, but it definitely made the news here.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
Shut
To
the
those of us
fuck
that can't
up.
see the graphic, we are talking about Olympic quote unquote break dancer Raygun has called in the lawyers on an unauthorized parody musical that was going to premiere at a comedy festival here in Australia. So the Raygun the musical is what it is called, and it was a parody musical by Steph Broadbridge, and she has been contacted. Like this was supposed to debut last week on a Saturday, I believe, and she got the cease and desist on the Friday or the Thursday.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
They were worried because they thought the musical was damaging Raygun's brand.
Does Raygun have a brand, really?
No, that's the
Is
thing.
it a brand?
And it was the show is advertised as a parody exploration of her journey to the Olympics. So,
Is she monetizing her minute of infamy?
well, this is the thing. So, she was going to donate all the proceedings were actually going to a women and girls emergency center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
There wasn't profit being made off it,
Oh, no, but I meant
so-
Raygun.
Raygun,
Yeah,
like, is she talking-
this is
what
this
happened?
is so the story continues. The story continues. She also was told that she would not be able to perform the infamous kangaroo dance because Raygun owns it.
Oh
Now-
my god.
Steph had the amazing comeback. It was delivered in beautiful deadpan. She says, "That one did puzzle me. I mean, that's an Olympic level dance. How would I possibly be able to do that without any formal breakdancing training?" Right.
That's fucked up.
Right. That's a win for you,
You
Steph.
got it.
That is amazing. I live for it. It's so good.
Wow.
Now the legal team for Raygun. I'm just putting everything in quotes because it's so fucking laughable. This is the statement that they released, claiming that this was trying to protect her intellectual property and ensuring that her brand remained strong and respected. We have while we have immense respect for the credible work and effort that's gone into the development of this show, we must take necessary steps to safeguard Rachel's creative rights and the integrity of her work. This action is not intended to diminish the contributions of others, but rather ensure her brand is properly represented and protected in all future endeavors. They also confirmed that trademark application for Raygun was currently under examination and would be officially registered soon. The use of Raygun the Raygun name by a comedian without approval has caused confusion among the public, potentially leading them to believe that Raygun the musical had Rachel's endorsement or approval. It gets more laughable. The misuse of intellectual property is not only misleading, but also jeopardizes Rachel's other commercial ventures, which rely on the integrity of her brand. Rachel Gunn, Ray Gunn, whoever the fuck you are a useless, worthless cunt.
Doesn't
You're a
she
joke.
understand
You made a joke of
how
not only the
completely
Olympics,
yeah.
but of dance, of people who have put
Yeah.
their lives into making an art form recognizable on an Olympic level, and you've done it to line your own pockets. You've retired because you think that you can never be taken seriously again, but you're willing now to put your little claws in everyone else's business that, has anything to do, any money you smell you want in your pocket. That shows me exactly who you are. it's a comedy parody. If you can't deal with it, maybe you shouldn't have forced yourself into being a public figure.
All I'm going to say is her reputation and her integrity were damaged long ago.
Shouldn't have
by
any.
her. She damaged
Yeah.
it the minute she got on that stage and pretended to be a professional break dancer.
I mean,
Yeah.
really. Next year, I'm gonna go out
laughable.
and do the body, the swimsuit competition.
So you're gonna do it in
Like,
Miss America?
what the fuck? Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Do Miss America? Why not?
Sure.
I just feel like it.
Nobody else seemed to want to.
Hey,
Yeah, I know.
Hello,
Steph.
Steph.
Dogsy says it amazes me that someone outdid Eddie the Eagle. So, but it's the same. It's the same thing. That whole Eddie the Eagle thing was a parody of real events, but no one got so ass hurt because they're missing out on money.
Right.
Like it just
Right.
it's gross. Like those proceeds, he wasn't gonna make millions of dollars out of this. It was an independent theater production that she's written and starred in herself. It's a tiny venue at like a tiny festival, and the money was going to an actual charity that will help other people, not just line your pockets.
Right.
It's a bit deplorable. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Leaves a
She's
filthy
I think
taste in my
Ray
mouth.
Gunn proved beyond a doubt that she is deplorable.
Yeah, it's
You know,
just like,
way before this event.
how much do you want to try and stretch out that 15 minutes of fame, girl? Like,
Yeah.
it's
What
like the
choice
Hawk
does she
Tour,
have?
the Hawk Tour girl, and her whole thing. Now people are being told to sue her because she got into cryptocurrency and people have lost their entire life savings.
Why
Why
would
are you
invest your
trusting-
life savings with the Hawk Tour girl?
Why? Like, she
Why?
can't even give a good hand job. Like, come on.
If I could tell you some of the stories from my job, I mean the shit that you wouldn't believe. I just yesterday I had the most just the most frustrating person on the phone. He didn't want to believe he was being scammed out of money, and it's like, you don't know this woman. Like, what are you doing?
It's like, why does? But that's the whole thing.
Ah.
Why does anyone
Oh
with
my
any
God.
common sense? I don't care
Right.
how old you are.
It's so aggravating. It's
No
so
company,
aggravating.
no company is going to ask you for your credit card details or anything via an
Not
email
even
or
a
a phone
company.
call.
My mother
It's a
almost got
person.
scammed.
I know, but I'm just in general, like all of these phishing messages that people are getting. It's just like,
Oh my God, the
No
text
way.
messages. Forget it. Oh my God, that was a huge
And you know
thing.
who
a couple
saved
weeks
my
ago.
mother from being scammed out of thousands?
who?
The bank
Yeah.
employee.
Yeah, because
Really?
they
Good.
see
She
it.
said to her, she said, you know, I will do this for you, but I strongly recommend you bring your daughter in with you. And so she called my sister. She said, I need to get this money. They're going to hurt Bob's grandson. Bob was her husband at the time. And Dia said, absolutely not. You know,
No.
Yeah.
she got Dia, and Dia went
Definitely not.
to the bank with her and said, no, nobody touches this account except my
Yeah.
mother, you know? But it was
Thank
a bank
God.
employee who said, please bring your
Yeah.
daughter in with you and we'll talk
Yeah.
about this. And,
Right.
you know, saved my mother thousands.
Yeah. It's insane what people fall for. It's just so upsetting. I mean, it keeps me employed.
Mhm.
And I mean, it's nice to inform people when it does happen. Like, listen, like, this is what happened. Like,
This is
don't
not
let it happen
good.
again. And tell your fucking friends, like, you know, all the time.
Right,
Like,
right.
Tell
this is
everyone.
common. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, again, like, invite people over, get sentiments, and tell people what happened to you, because everyone needs to know.
Also, all right. So
You
on the
know,
flip,
make it stop.
sentiments.
On the flip side, though,
Yeah.
on the
Get
flip
on
side,
your
though,
markers.
right? So Christine, you'll actually be able to back me up on this, right? For one of my jobs, we now require, like, we're moving to digital payment because people don't pay their bills, as you know.
Yeah.
People don't pay their bills, so we are moving to, you have to have a card registered online to
Yeah.
to do business with it. People are like, well, I don't trust a third party. I'm like, but these are all, It's not like we're
legitimate
putting it
sites.
on our own server or something. This
Right.
is a
Right.
separate third-party server that has high security. And if anything does happen to your card and your account and your money, they're liable for it. It's not like we're going,
Yes.
please
Right.
give me all your details.
It's
Right.
not
don't
like
understand.
WW Fred's house.
But they're also happy enough to have an Apple account.
Right.
Right. So the one thing that my bank has stopped was Apple Cash. Like, we don't allow people to use Apple Cash anymore because that's where a lot of fraud is happening. Because
Thank you.
as many of the viewers know, if anybody's watching, when you send Zelle or Venmo or Cash App, it's cash. You are sending. It's like you're going to the ATM and withdrawing $20, $30, $40, $200. It is cash out of your account. You do not get that back. You can fight it tooth and fucking nail. You went into the app, you hit those buttons, and you submitted it. There is no denying that. It was you personally. So you can dispute a charge, but you can't dispute a Zelle transaction. You can't dispute a Cash App transaction, and you cannot dispute a what the fuck else, Apple Cash or whatever the fuck it is, because it is you personally doing that transaction. So unless you say that your phone was stolen,
Or your account
You're
was
fucked.
hacked. This is where your
Right.
due diligence
You're
comes
fucked.
in, you know?
right? So
Don't
again,
save-
you need that
Don't
proof,
save
and
your,
I can
your
find that
passwords
proof.
and stuff.
I
Like,
can
don't
find
save-
that Vera's phone left Auburn and went somewhere else. You know, I can
Right.
find that, you know, Vera's user ID is now in Australia and, you know, on a different device. I can see all that, you know, like, yes, Jesus.
He
So,
admitted
you
it.
know, again, like that's
I'll be
those
there
are red
tomorrow.
flags that we see, and those are things that your bank is definitely looking out for. However, don't pay people that way. Write a check. A check is still a good form of payment. And guess
Cash
what?
is
You
king,
can
baby.
cancel and write a check. You can do a bill pay. You can go on the company's
Last
app and pay it that way.
I tried
Like,
to give my niece or nephew a check. The looks I got.
yeah, they're like, what the fuck is this?
You
Right?
would have
Yeah.
thought
exactly.
I offered them the Rosetta Stone.
Yeah. 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 Like, what are you doing? What is this?
And look, at the end of the day,
Ugh.
cash is still king. You can
Yeah.
you can still
Yeah,
give somebody
exactly. Give
physical
people cash.
money.
Who gives a shit? Yeah, like
Keep that shit circulating, you know?
there is such a thing as cash. Yes,
Everyone's
there
got to get a
is.
flu sometime. Hand
Yeah.
it over. Hand that shit over. It's okay.
Oh shit.
Well, speaking of catching like a flu, this news broke and the social media has not let us down with the revelation
Oh yes, I can't wait to talk about that.
Luigi Mangione being identified as the shooter of the United Health CEO. I have never seen the internet act so quickly. And interesting point that I did see in a TikTok. Less than 48 hours after this guy is identified, we know everything we've seen.
What we don't
Everything.
know is why the hell he's backpacking without a shirt.
Yeah,
Those
well,
straps have got to chafe.
that's all good. We know everything about this guy. Yeah, we've seen nearly every inch of him. If you've seen the different things that are floating around, he's
Oh geez, I
quite
didn't get
well
that
known.
deep.
The guy that shot at Trump, though, we still don't know.
Yeah, right. You don't know nothing about him anymore, right? Yeah.
No,
Who's he?
but this guy, because he is, you know, not
Well, the one
not
guy-
a hard on the eyes, old Luigi, but the gays are all about it. I love it. There's already people writing to him like on his social media, going, "I believe you." It's like,
Yeah.
oh
Well,
my god,
the guy
we will
that
do
shot
anything for a
at
pretty.
Trump in Pennsylvania,
Yeah, he's dead.
he's dead. There's
Yeah.
not a lot
Yes.
to know. He had a manifesto on his website or his homepage. His
But
Facebook
still,
page,
wouldn't he
whatever the
be?
fuck.
Well,
And
like,
the
look
other
at
guy
how
never got a chance to get a shot off.
look at how much we know about the Columbine kids because you know their parents spoke out and all this kind. We just nah. It's like move on. I just think it's interesting, very
He's
interesting.
dead and he wasn't attractive. What can I say?
Yeah,
I'm
you're not hot
sorry.
enough to be. And just remember that guy that got with the blue eyes. That guy that many years ago with the mugshot.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember him?
Yes, the criminal with the blue eyes.
Yeah.
It's like this shit
Yeah.
all over again. Like he's got abs and he's kind of good looking.
Okay.
He could use a pluck.
He could.
He could.
That's okay.
He's Italian. He's
I
hairy.
know.
Italian.
I know.
I get it though.
All right, what do you got to say? I feel like there's something coming.
I am loaded with emotions on this, like loaded. Like, and it's actually making me so mad that I am like so invested in this fucking story too, because like I could give a fuck less, you know? Like I really don't care about the news, but for some reason this story is just like everywhere and I can't avoid it, okay? So I heard all about this manifesto, yet I didn't hear the whole thing. I will admit to that. I haven't read or heard the whole thing. I have heard so many things like I just hate how we celebrity these criminals every fucking time.
Just
I
because he's
get-
good, just
I
because he's
get he's
conventionally good
good-looking.
looking as well. It's like
Yeah, I
oh,
get
well,
it.
okay.
Like I totally get it. He's such a cutie. Like you know, I understand. But like he fucking killed somebody in cold goddamn blood murder in broad fucking daylight on a New York City street. Like you don't fucking do that, bro. Like what are you doing? And I get mental health, and I again we talk about this every goddamn time somebody does this. I just feel like he was an Ivy League student. You hear him talking articulately. You see videos of him. He was a hiker. He did this. He did that. And then all of a sudden he disappears from the side of the earth for like 2 months. Nobody can get in touch with him. His family, nobody, his friends. Then there's all these things about how everybody cared about him, but nobody could get in touch with him. And it's like, where are you? I'm texting you. I'm calling you. Nobody's answering. And then all of a sudden he just shows up and kills somebody. Because now I'm finding out that it was his mom that was in pain and she couldn't walk. And then I hear that he also had back surgery and was also in pain and couldn't have a normal sex life. And he's 26 and it's really fucked with his head. And again, a whole range of shit emotions because you feel so bad. And I had a friend when I was in high school murder somebody as well, and he was a cutie patootie, and I still love him to death, okay? And I get it that you can be pushed to the breaking point, but we did not celebrity my friend, and I don't think we should celebrity this guy anymore. And I'm sick and tired of hearing Luigi this, Luigi that, Luigi this, Mario, Luigi and Mario. Stop making fun of this. This is not a joke. There is a family in a few weeks that has to celebrate Christmas with children without their dad around, without their son around. Like, I got chills right now because it just pisses me off that as a society, because everybody has a fucking camera and a goddamn opinion, we can say whatever the fuck we want, whenever the fuck we want, and have no repercussion, and everybody can have a feeling about it, like I am right now, obviously. But and then the McDonald's employee isn't even getting the reward because he didn't call the FBI and call that 911. Who
That
called
is-
the FBI? Who has FBI's number? That just drove me over the edge today. I can't.
That's just like a metaphor for the current world, isn't it? It's just like I did the right thing, but I did it
I
the
called the
way.
wrong number.
Yeah.
Posters, all those rewards are contingent on conviction.
Yeah.
Yes,
They
and I
say
understand that
The arrest and
there's like a
conviction.
nomination as well too. Like you have to be
Uh-oh.
nominated in order to get this reward too. And believe me, but all the other things before this reward thing.
You don't get excused for your crimes. No one is above the law. I believe that with my whole soul. No one is above the law. But our society tells us again and again that some people are, you know?
Oh, don't.
You know, the rich kid who got away with rape because his victim was retarded and he was on the swim team. So the judge, with a completely straight face and in complete seriousness says he's a good kid. We don't want to mess up his future.
Yeah.
You know, come on. This
Hello,
is the society we
1950s.
live in.
How are you?
We want to believe that no one's
Mhm.
above the law, but some people are. And
Yeah.
I got to tell you, he was apprehended in 48 hours. You know, once
Yeah.
you put the FBI on the case, he's not getting away. Even in Altoona. You know, and I don't
Even
know
in
if anybody's
Altoona.
been to Altoona,
At a
but my
McDonald's.
living room is bigger than Altoona.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's
So
just so frustrating because then I also,
you know,
yeah.
we need to stop canonizing criminals. I agree with you 100%.
Because then I also heard that, like, on the radio, like, you know, again, these two radio hosts were talking about it, and the guy was like, "Oh, he's never going to want for anything when he's in there." And the girl goes, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "Everyone's going to put money in this commissary. I mean, look at him." And it was the guy saying, and the male host is not a gay male host either. And she goes, "Oh my God, I didn't even think about that." Like, and she's right. I didn't think about that until he fucking put that
there's a
in front
reason
of my
why
head.
Right now, he's complete. And I got to tell you,
He's not in solitary. I heard he's not in solitary.
That he was in solitary confinement.
Oh, I heard there was this crazy interview that this guy was right outside the jail interviewing while they were shooting live, and there was a bunch of prisoners from like watching from the window.
I heard that he was in solitary.
There we go.
Oh, maybe
Dogsy
it was
says they already
after.
happened to close his JPay because people gave too much money.
Oh, wow.
Wow. See what I mean? Like, that's insane.
As an Italian American, and I don't know if it's pissing you off in the same way, is all these fucking TikToks where they're mocking Italians in this Goomba language, like, "Hey, Luigi, what are you thinking? Nobody rides away from a crime in a with a fucking
on a city bike." Oh yeah, on a city bike of all things. I saw it today too. I was so mad. Like, and then we didn't tell you that you killed a United CFO. We told you it was like some Chinese guy. It was like a Chinese ambassador or some shit like that. I was like, who are we? Like, again, like, as a people, we can't keep doing this. Like, this is not funny.
I do not advocate violence in any way, shape, or form.
It's
people
so
do just
aggravating.
have a lot of big feelings that have to be expressed, and people have a lot of big feelings.
I still want to
about Taylor Swift.
Taylor, I never got to see the tour.
There is nothing more polarizing than a Taylor Swift post. Let me tell you, because people hate this girl.
People, yes,
don't they hate this girl? I'm like,
I didn't hear what happened.
Why do you? We did a post to commemorate, you know, the end of the Eras Tour, which is a huge effort. After 2 years, 149 shows, 50 cities across 19 countries, an estimated $1.93 billion was raised, and about a projected 11.2 million fans have seen the show.
Wow.
That is once in a lifetime star stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. That is, and people just can't deal with it.
2 years. And she's been on the road for 2 years.
They can't. I love the fact that everyone's like, well, her numbers are inflated and da-da-da. Like,
yeah, sure.
Radio Payola has been happening since there was a radio. Like, you know, if you can't deal with that, then maybe you should let's go back and look at the authenticity of some other acts like Elvis and all that kind of, like, it's been happening this long, folks. Just because you don't like this girl doesn't mean she's the cause of everything wrong in the music industry.
Oh yeah, they want to blame her for everything wrong.
They want to blame her for everything, and ruining football, ruining everything. Yeah. It's just like, whatever. It's like,
it's probably the reason why they won. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't.
No, like, who cared about Travis before that? Like, who cared about these guys?
Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
No.
I didn't know who they were before because they beat my Bills, but
I didn't know who the fuck they were. I didn't know who Travis Kelce was. I didn't know the other one. I
didn't know Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Mahomes, thank you. Yes,
they beat my Bills in the playoffs long before
But
he dated
everyone is
Taylor.
focused. Everyone is focused on, like, you know, the fact that she is X, Y, and Z, and that she is this to the music industry. So she earned a shit ton of money, yeah, more than $2 billion. Do you know how
She
much
has
money she gave?
single-handedly.
Do you know how much money she gave to the people that worked on that tour?
It was like
Prior-
An estimated $197 million in bonuses for the
Yes,
people that
yes.
worked on that tour. Every stop on that tour, she donated money to
Food
charities,
banks.
to food banks in the
Yeah,
towns
where
that
they
she
were.
was in.
Yeah.
Yep.
This woman,
Yeah, I remember talking about that.
just because she's not doing it in front of people's eyes.
Let's not forget here one of her biggest accomplishments that nobody ever talks about. Say what you will about her songs, you know, they're pop.
Yeah, you don't have to like the music. Just
You don't have
respect
to
the
like
fucking
music. But
business
prior to Britney, oh God, listen to me. Prior to Taylor, musicians were losing control of their music. They were signing contracts, and all of their rights as the creators were getting taken away, and they had no choice but to tour because there was no profit being made off of the streaming of their own music. All of the profit was going to the streaming services and to their agents and to their record companies. Taylor revitalized the pay system for the musician and the creator, and she never gets credit for that because she fought hard to get her masters back and have the right to create and to make
and
money on her own
reclaim the stuff
creations.
that she created. This is the thing.
Yeah, her creation.
She wrote those songs.
She
It's
wrote
not
those
like
songs.
someone else wrote them for. Like she co-wrote or wrote those songs. It's
Yep.
not like
Yeah.
this is shit that, you know, someone's just go sing this. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
you know,
people
yeah.
just can't handle it. They cannot. I'm like, if you're that worried, maybe go and support your favorite artist that much then. If you're that upset by Taylor Swift and what Taylor Swift does, be a better fan to your artist that you really love.
Right.
She doesn't need Taylor's not worried about what people, what people are thinking. She never has to worry again in her life if she doesn't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
she don't have to worry about it.
I'm a quasi Swiftie. I mean, I can't sing any one single song from beginning to end, but I've followed her career for quite a while. But
Yeah.
I sing a lot of songs from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Look, I wasn't a Swiftie either, Vera, when she first came out. I distinctly remember saying, let's see where she is in 18 months.
Yeah.
And you know what?
But
she's become the biggest star on the planet.
The way she stands up, and one of the first things she's done since closing in BC on Friday or Sunday, she went to a children's hospital like yesterday or the day before. You know?
Yeah.
The things that she does, the actions speak louder than words.
And you also can't fault her for doing that because people are like, oh, look at her, she's going to a children's hospital. Then don't follow her. Like, don't go in public.
Yeah,
if you've got a problem with her doing it, you don't have to film her doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
You know what? The kid in the bed, the cancer kid, all he cares about is she's there.
Yeah.
He doesn't care that it's on the news. You know? I mean, come on. Cut her some slack. You know,
well,
the amount of charity that she does and Taylor Swift effect, she's driven the economy in every single country that she's toured in.
Right.
You know, visibly driven the economy for the time that she's in that country. You know, and like, you don't have to like her music, but you have to respect the shit that this girl's done.
Right.
Well, you don't even have to look. You don't even have to respect it. You just have to acknowledge that it's done. Like, honestly, I don't have to like it. Just be like, well, she is an artist and a businesswoman. Deal with it.
And just seeing songwriters who I respect, who admire her songwriting ability.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
and just seeing I have an almost 12-year-old niece, and seeing her and her friends, and they are obsessed with Taylor. I mean, it's cute. Like, the music is boppy, and it's good enough for me, and it's also good enough for my 12-year-old niece. You know, like, it's cute to see all of them singing along together. Like, it's adorable. So I mean, if it's It's good for everybody. I feel like it just brings everybody
Everyone's
together.
every superstar, you know the old saying: if you're the hero, you live long enough to find yourself become the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
Oh,
just
yeah.
leave Shania Twain alone as well?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
this is just plain and simple misogyny. Anybody
It's
who's
just-
got a problem with this can fuck the fuck right off.
P.S. She looks banging. Like that body
She
at
looks
58.
great.
Get it?
Yeah.
And as I said in my comment, if you're going to a Shania Twain show and you haven't paid attention since the 90s to what's happened in this woman's life, then you deserve everything you get. Like, she had to have surgery and learn to speak and sing again because of her Lyme disease, because of the effects of her Lyme disease. No, she does not sound the same. That's correct. She does not sound the same. Her vocals are famously, and as she said so, pre-recorded sometimes because she can't sing.
Right.
Like the severity of her illness sometimes restricts her voice. These are reality. These are reality. This is facts. If you don't like the way she's been dressing, she's been doing this whole, glam country thing since she came out. But all the wigs and the lacquer and all that kind of stuff has been since her last album campaign, which is at least 18 months ago. There's been an album campaign and a whole tour with her dressing like this. Don't buy tickets to a show if you don't know what you're going to see. Just like Sabrina Carpenter. Like, don't buy tickets to a show you don't like just because you like Still the One.
Misogyny. How
because you like Still the One in the 90s. It's like,
It's like somebody won a fucking contest on the radio. I was like, fine, I'll go. And then like they were like, oh, this? Okay, fine. Well, I'm gonna write a shit fucking article about it. Nobody fucking cares. Like I get everyone has
as
an opinion.
Dogsy said, Avril
Lavigne
Lavigne went through the exact same thing, and she's still dealing with the effects of it. These people are human. Like, they're celebrities, but they're human. And if you can't deal with that, then maybe don't go. Because
I lost a ton of vocal control after COVID.
Guess what? But also, guess what? Shania's doing her third or fourth residence in Vegas. Do you know how much she could potentially make every show she does?
Right.
$1 million.
Wow.
So she ain't really bothered if you buy the ticket and have a bad time. Like, do your research.
I thought it was because of her outfit. Oh my god, that was way off. I'm gonna delete my comment.
It's just like,
no, don't. I agree with your.
I thought it was because of her outfit, though. I thought it was like
it is, and they're just picking. They're picking everything up. It's just like, well, she looks like she's wearing Depends.
No.
Who cares?
I would like to see a side-by-side comparison of the people pointing out fault in
making
the same
comment.
Yeah.
The same outfit,
Right,
please.
right.
That's what I'd love to see. You can't have it all. You can't have it all. But she's a living legend, and another living legend lives to see his 99th birthday.
I know.
Dick Van Dyke at 98 thought he was going to fight the Malibu wildfires with his garden hose, and exhausted himself so much that he was crawling to the car. He had exhausted himself so much that his neighbors graciously swept in and saved Dick and his wife, and went back to try and save his house as well when there was a small spot fire. So Dick Van Dyke's birthday is today in Australia, tomorrow in America. So happy birthday, Dick! 99.
Happy birthday, Dick! Didn't he just do a Coldplay video?
Yeah, he's still smacking it out.
Kicking, and they did a birthday party for him, and the 50th anniversary or the 60th anniversary of Mary Poppins.
Yeah. We're all getting old. Man.
Was he the Chicka Boom Boom guy? Was
Chitty Bang Bang?
Chitty Boom Boom.
My daughter has a book, Chicka Boom Boom. That's why I get it confused with Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah, I can imagine that fire is causing hell.
Yeah.
Dogsy, that's not.
Oh my god.
Not. Yeah, we do have thoughts with everyone who is going through that because I'm in Australia. We're about to hit fire season as well. There was some breaking news as well in the Liam Payne case with 2 people actually formally charged with Liam's death being the person that called emergency services and the hotel manager. So
Wow.
formal charges laid, as we were talking about Vera last time we talked about Liam, but they have named these people. Someone is responsible. The content of the phone conversations are now out there, so the duty of care was definitely breached in the Liam Payne case, and I think justice will hopefully prevail now,
Right.
because split decisions is all it takes to change people's worlds. And as Christina says, there's a little boy who's going to go through Christmas without his dad and the rest of his life without his dad now. Parents that won't have their son, and millions of fans that will and have and will continue to feel his loss. So
Just
it's just sad. Anytime I think
sad.
about
It's
it, it's
very
just
sad.
sad. It's just sad.
And again, I can't sing a whole One Direction song from beginning to end, but watching the band members attend that funeral broke my heart.
Yeah.
Sad times, but justice prevails. Hurrah. There is a fighter of justice here on the panel, and she always has some feelings. It is that time, ladies and gentlemen.
I do.
It's time for Vera Vince. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Vince.
Just to be abundantly clear, what I'm about to say is not in any way an attempt to vindicate Mr. Luigi Mangione. Like I've said a billion times on this show, violence is not the answer. But let's talk about United Healthcare. I butt up against healthcare systems every day in my job. I am a psych nurse. Part of my job is directing people when their insurance companies won't pay for their services, helping them find alternatives, helping them get approved after they've been denied, going through the PA process. And the amount of money that insurance companies make is fucking obscene. I know I've said it 100 times. If your job is to make money off sick and dying people, that is fucking criminal, and that is a fucking sin. But let's talk about United Healthcare. They are one of the biggest healthcare providing systems in the country. They have $290 billion worth of assets and subsidiaries. They own surgery centers. They own pharmaceutical services. They own mail delivery prescription services. They own primary care physicians. They own several different smaller insurance companies. They are completely built on a for-profit model. Now, prior to the 1970s, there was no a for-profit model for health insurance. But health insurance costs kept rising as newer and newer meds were being made. Doctors were prescribing the new meds because of the representatives who were teaching them how to prescribe their meds. And so in 1970s, rather than try privatized health insurance, which is what people were trying to get, Richard Nixon proposed a new legislation which would make health insurance mandatory through your employer. And it was designed to be more efficient and more inexpensive for the consumer. And it completely eliminated those restrictions on for-profit under the thought that if the company could make profit, they could bring down costs. Well, at this point, that's not anywhere close. Costs continue to skyrocket every single day. And it's not because of the doctors, and it's not because of the patients. It's because of the insurance companies. In this country, just this country, the cost, out-of-pocket costs for cancer care tops $17.8 billion a year. That's out of pocket. That's after the insurance. That's why we have hundreds and thousands of GoFundMes, because the out-of-pocket cost to have cancer is $17 billion for this country. And the profit that United Healthcare made last year was $33 billion. This company could have paid for all that cancer care and still made a profit of $16 billion. Now, I'm sorry. I understand why people are fed up. I understand why people are rooting for this killer, because insurance companies are killing people too, all the time. I've watched insurance companies take someone off of a med that had stabilized them for years and put them on a different med because they'd increased their bottom line. Not because it was better for the patient, not because the doctor wanted it, because they were only going to pay for a med that made them the most amount of money. I've seen it time and time again. I see it once a fucking week. This is criminal. We need healthcare reform in this country, and we need it 50 years ago when they should have gone to private or national healthcare. Pay attention, America. We are getting screwed right and left.
And I also heard that United has the highest denial rate, or one of the highest denial rates, that out of every 5
that
claims,
was in my speech. I skipped that part.
they have like
So worked
out
up.
of every 5 claims, they have like they deny like every 5th one or some shit like that. Like it's ridiculous.
Like over 20% of their claims are denied.
Yeah.
And that's their business model. Delay payment, deny payment, and then defend. And
Delay,
only
deny,
10%, only 10% of the patients who have that health insurance will appeal. So they've already got 90% of the people giving up before they've even fought.
Yeah.
It's criminal.
But that's why, as I always say, that's why the stuff that we do kind of matters, because you got to keep saying stuff like this so it's out there, doesn't get swept under the rug by mainstream media and stuff like that. So
right,
we keep talking. We've been talking again for nearly 5 years, so you can't shut us up.
You're never
really. My memories just keep getting longer. It's like 3 years ago. 4 years. I'm like, oh God, okay. We've been doing this a while now, guys.
Like I said, I say this all the time. I've been saying it forever. Somebody
literally
listen to me.
You can go back and watch 600 and something longer hours worth of it on YouTube. I do want to give a special shout out to one of our watchers today, because I've just noticed on Facebook, because I went through, that you have shared the show, and that is how we get extra eyes and stuff. So Joe Ingram, Celtic Paranormal, thank you so much for Celtic Dragon Paranormal. Thank you so much for sharing, because we are the little show that can. We go up in popularity, we go down in popularity, but we keep plugging because A, we have fun, and B, we believe that what we do can help people and has helped people in the past. So when people actually do something as simple as share the show, which gets extra eyes on it, we really do appreciate it. So thank you. And thank you to people who have been long-time fans as well, that still stick with us, that have been back in the day fans that are still with us. It's just, we keep plugging, we keep going. It is the 13th of December here, so we're officially in the 12 days of Christmas countdown. It's happening.
Lord.
It's happening. We've got some more Christmas content coming your way as well. So stay merry, folks. We're going to keep coming at you whether you like it or not until everyone pays attention. It's just what we do. We're the squeaky wheel that doesn't get enough grease. We just keep squeaking.
Christina, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm not having FOMO or seasonal depression at all.
No.
No. We will miss
Joe keeps sending me pictures of him and Luke. It's like, fuck you. Like, I'll be
there at the bar.
Like,
they're at the bar.
I know they're at the bar.
It's Friday the 13th here. I might do a bit of a post of one of the Friday the 13th shows.
I promise you, Steve, we will set up a drink at the bar in your memory, and we will say hi, Steve, every time we pass it.
I can't even tell you how many times Joe has asked me if you were going to be there. He has asked me about 5 times. Is Steve going to be there? I said, no.
Oh, Joey,
no.
okay. It's all right, Joey. I'm not there either.
Like if Steve was going to be there, you would come. Like relax. Like
We would have held hands and skipped
Steve's
it,
gonna
Joey.
be
It's
back
okay.
in April. We'll see
I'll be
Steve
back
Yeah.
in April, so
Okay,
Joey and
we'll
I
come
can have a
back.
date then. It'll be all good.
Yeah, he can go up alone. It's fine.
I don't want to see you.
Hey.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Christina and
right,
Vera, for
guys.
joining us. I've been Steve.
Mwah.
This has been UCR Live. Stay uncensored, people.